Welcome back. Finally got caught up on some other projects, so we're going to get back working on the Hummel Ultracruiser. The last videos we got the elevators done. So right now, next process is to build the control horn. It goes in between here and here, and then has a pivot for the control rod that comes out that hole there. So the first thing we need to build is the little plates that go here and here. And all of that is made out of 4130 steel. Got my chunk of 63 thousandths 4130 plates, so we'll cut out the little rectangle pieces, get those drilled, and then we can start working on, well, we'll probably mount those onto the elevators, then we'll get started working on the bar that welds in between the two. Here are the two pieces that go on the ends of the elevators. Cut those out. While I was cutting the 4130 on the bandsaw, I thought I'd go ahead and cut these two small pieces out. They'll be welded to the tube on one end, have a hole on the other end for the rod end, and that's what pivots the whole assembly. So that's all the flat we need to cut out. So I think next up I'll put the rivet holes, get those drilled in these two pieces. Made some scribe lines and punch marks on that one. Now we just need to drill it. All right, I got the first set of holes drilled, so now I'm just going to cleco them together and match drill the second set. Second plate's drilled. Now I need to look through the plans, figure out exactly where they're supposed to be fastened to the elevators. Okay, on these pieces, the connecting pipe will be welded on right about here. And they go right like that along the top. So when this is on there, you've got the rod welded on here, goes across. There'll be the two bars coming up that go to the control rod that goes through up to the stick. When the elevator is level, the mounting hole for the rod end should be in line with the hinge pin for the elevator. So I'm going to pull this out. We'll get this fit on the side, drilled and clecoed on there. And then we can do the same thing to the other side, and then we'll start fitting the rod in there. Okay, there's what we're looking at as far as positioning. Got both of them there. When we get those on, then the little tube will go across. That'll be at an angle, but it'll go across and weld in right there on each one. So I'll drill those, get them clecoed, stick them back on there, and then we'll start fitting the connecting rod. Okay, both pieces are drilled and attached. I put the ribs back in place. So now we got to work on the connecting bar. And that will go in like that across, welded on there. Now, the plans call for a slip fit of two different pieces of pipe. I'm not sure if that's for ease of assembly or what. I'd thought about making it just one piece. Once it's done and everything's fit and aligned, you can drill through it, put an AN3 bolt and a stainless steel rivet to hold that to keep it from pivoting. Right now I need to cut this down. Both ends will have to be angled to where it will fit in there, and that will make it easier since it's a slip fit to get the width right. So yeah, it'd probably be better. I'll go to cutting and grinding and be right back. Got the two pieces cut and fit. And I think I'm going to go back to my other thought and just make one piece out of the bigger tubing. So I mean, I'm going to have to drill this. Yeah, you're weakening that smaller tube. There's no reason it can't be one piece. I mean, I can see the reason it's one piece or two pieces down in there because it has to fit through that bracket and slide together. But this doesn't have, I don't see the reason for two pieces. And I'd rather it just be one. Because, I mean, if that comes undone, you lose your tail wheel steering. Big deal. Your elevator comes undone, that could be fatal. We'll make it out of one piece. And now I've got the perfect thing to set the sides up. All right, that wasn't hard at all to get one piece cut accurately to fit in there. Just cut it a little long and then work your angles with the belt sander till it fits just perfect. Now I need to do a little welding. Of course, Since I am using one piece, want to do some tack welds and test fit before I weld anything completely. I'm also thinking, I don't know if they plan on you being able to take one elevator off by undoing this pin here, but the time I drill out a stainless steel rivet, take the bolt out, I could buzz out those AVEX rivets on the end of that elevator real easy. So, and otherwise just take off both elevator flaps at the same time. I don't know. It's time to weld. First little baby tack is done. We'll let that cool down and then fit it back on there. Not bad at all. I got to push that forward just a little bit, but that's just because the heat bowed that plate out a little bit. See, when you push it, it pushes that right back up against the rib there. The other side, if I can get it to focus, the other side's right on the money. I need to just tack it, check it all out again, then I can finish welding. Okay, I went in and put a second tack on both sides to hold it in place. Everything measures out straight across as far as the two elevators. Look straight, so I'm just going to take it over there and weld all around. And then we trim off this excess edge here that pokes out in front of the elevator. Make it all nice and round and look pretty. They round off those back edges too. And then we can work on the connecting link. All right, she is welded up. Looking fine. Let's see if it still fits. She is on there. 23, 23, 23, 23. Good enough for me. It even looks straight. Okay, next up, we need to put the two tabs here for the control rod. Yeah, works nicely. Here is the control arms. I built a spacer to space those out properly for the rod end. So now we just need to set the angle and the depth over and weld these on. All right, she is tack welded in place. Looks like it ought to work properly. Sighting down through there, it looks like it's lined up with the holes in the bulkheads. I used a hose clamp to wrap around that to hold that on there to start tacking. Didn't even have to tighten the hose clamp, just get it small enough you had to squeeze it a little bit and use it like a spring. Then you could set your angle and put the tack welds on. So I'll finish welding that, take the spacer out and round the tops up, make it look nice. It'll be about ready for paint. Okay, we got the tabs welded on. Everything works like it should. So I'm going to pull that off, paint that. Once that dries, we'll get everything riveted in place. And it's done. Got a coat of paint on it. Went ahead and riveted around the elevators. Put the rivets in for that piece. Everything works like it should. Works nice and smooth. So I'm happy with it. Next video, we'll be making the control rod like this, make some connector ends for the rod so we can run this up to the control stick. I've already got the control stick all built. In case you haven't seen that video, somewhere on this screen there'll be a link to it. So check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Next time we'll get this all hooked together and we'll have another part that moves from the cockpit. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.